Hey there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss out on anything. Plus, it really helps me out, so welcome. Today, this is a timeless message for married couples. Wherever you are in the world, at whatever time you are seeing this message, you have been drawn to this message right now. So let us take a look and see what kind of messages we have for you. Today I have the Wizard's Tarot spread out with my clear quartz. I like to open up readings that way, get the energy flowing. Now we're going to give it a shuffle and we're going to see what kind of timeless message do we have for married couples. Married couples, what kind of message do we have for married couples, please? What do they need to know? Let's see. All right, so let's take a look. The way I do these readings, I do it with 12 cards. We start off, though, with 8. I will have 2 rows of 4. Then I'll be putting out 4 additional cards. And I will explain as I go along. Okay, so let us see what we've got. Aren't these pretty, the backs? Oh, I love them. Okay. Oh, I threw it on the floor. Oh boy, let me grab that. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, there we are. Okay, so married couples, what are some messages? Well, first and foremost, I can see here with our 8 of Wands, there might be some changes coming in here pretty quickly. It looks like movement. The 8 of Wands is a big movement card. Wands is the suit of growth and effort. So it's about things moving forward, like kind of about rapidly changing events, like things moving through, or and happening quickly. So there might be something coming up where you're going to be seeing like, you know what, things are changing. Here with our 3 of Pentacles, this is telling me that you can handle it all. Things are changing. However, this card indicates success and a new chapter based off of your past work together. Now, past work, what do I mean by that? I mean, as a couple, as adults, as partners, as perhaps parents, whatever. This is about, building off of that foundation and having success as time goes on. So whatever this changes, whatever's coming in, it's not necessarily a bad change. It just means things are changing. And, you're going to be drawing upon what you've built so far as a couple. Now here with our 4 of Swords, this talks about kind of taking a moment to reevaluate how things are going and perhaps change your direction. Whatever happens here might be now causing you and your partner to be like, all right, well, what are we going to do with this now? Now we can think about these things, or we can think about those things that you might not have been able to. But because you're strong, you're moving over here into the Empress. The Empress. Now, this is a wonderful card if you are planning children. If you are looking to have children, this is the card for you. So maybe some of this change, and what are we going to do? We have our success here, and then we've got the Empress. So this could indicate a child coming. Now, if that is not something that you are wanting or considering, this card would also mean kind of like that nurturing feel. This talks about really having that joyful family, that, coming together. This is all about just the need for, tender loving care and just taking care of things. It can also be about things blossoming. Think about it. While a woman who is pregnant the baby would be growing and things like that. Well, the same would be true symbolically of an idea, of a project, of something like that. So don't panic if you're not thinking about children. That doesn't mean you're going to be. It just means it could mean that, or it would apply to, other ideas and things you're trying to work on. Next, we have our Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, this is a great card. This is for victory. This is also for recognition, being recognized by somebody, being singled out. Again, if pregnancy is in the picture, well, then this clearly would mean, you're being singled out. You're the one who's pregnant, or your partner's being singled out. Your partner's the one that's pregnant. So there you have that. But again, the success, the victory, this is, and regardless, it doesn't matter if that's not a child that you're talking about, an idea or project you're doing with your partner, it's the success is coming. Whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is causing a significant change. Now remember, we started off with speedy change, speedy actions. Things are happening. We're going to work off of our past experiences together, our past knowledge. We're going to think of a way to move forward. We are growing this idea, whether it's an actual human being or an idea, that's completely up to you, obviously. But we're going to grow this. We're going to be successful. Somebody's being acknowledged here of having a really successful role. And that causes our Tower moment. The Tower. The Tower is all about a big change coming. A big change. This is something about a change of consequence. This isn't like a change coming like, oh, that show was over and I turned on a new show. No, we're talking about big things like a new chapter, new development, being able to, change things, big stuff. This looks like big things are coming. And where is it running? And this is why I was getting all giddy earlier. We got our Two of Cups. You guys are doing great. And if you're not feeling like you're doing great, maybe that's where the change is coming. But this is something to look forward to. We've got our Two of Cups. Twos are about partnership, love, emotions. This particular card is obviously a couple here. And so it's about harmony, working together. This is kind of like an exchange of emotion and support and love. Well, what's next to it? We've got our Knight of Cups. Our Knight of Cups. This is sometimes what I refer to as our ooh la la card. The Knight of Cups. Now, Cups is love and emotion, and this is a knight. Knights are bringing important change, an important message, action. The knights are usually wanting to get things done. Being Cups, this is somebody who's very romantic, charming, thoughtful, really is kind of working from the heart. Now, notice he's running into the Two of Cups here, right? So this tells me that there are definitely some loving feelings and changes, perhaps. I'm not saying you don't have a loving relationship as it is, but I feel like that's going to be stepped up a little bit. If this does have something to do with a baby, then perhaps this makes a lot of sense about how everything is kind of coming together. If there is no child to be expected, then again, this idea, this something that you're working on, that you're really trying to nurture, whether or not, you've been saving your whole time you've been together, you're trying to go to, take a European vacation, or you're trying to, save up to go to Hawaii, or, whatever that looks like. Projects, it's coming together, and there's a lot of love here. I see so much going on. All right, now we're going to put our bridge on. The bridge is another 4 cards, and it is what bridges the top row to the bottom row. So let us see what we've got. And we'll tie it together here. All right, so we've got our speedy change, our rapidly changing events here with our victory and recognition. Well, we've got the Three of Swords as the bridge. The Three of Swords is often called the heartache card or heartbreak. It's kind of about the death of something that is near and dear to your heart. So seeing all these other cards, obviously I'm definitely not saying that means you're ending your relationship. Quite the contrary. But what this tells me is, the change might be stemming from something that's just not serving the two of you. Maybe you've been disappointed about something. Maybe things haven't been working, things that you're working on together. I'm not talking about as a couple things that aren't working. I'm getting the very strong feeling that you two are working on this together. This is an action item that you're sharing. So something wasn't working well, which is why things are changing. That was the spark that fueled the change. And, wanting to overcome whatever this might have been, these feelings, the actions, the actual event itself, I get the feeling that it is more about wanting to move on and get through that, get past this. Does that make sense? And you might know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, kind of be thinking forward and thinking about, okay, do I have anything I need to address right now to avoid that Three of Swords moment? Okay, so here's success on the past work with our Tower, the big change. Well, here's our Six of Pentacles. This is all about helping people. This is about giving and receiving. It also talks about not letting pride get in our way. So, past work, past things you've done together. Again, this is like a teamwork kind of card. Whereas this is saying, you know what, one or both of you at a certain time might need the other one to be strong or to help the other. Again, this is very much a giving and receiving card. So, staying in a partnership is very important. We've got a lot of partnership cards. So I think you're a pretty solid partnership in it of itself, right, already, I mean. But by helping each other out, based off of what you know of each other, what you've done in the past, by helping each other through this is what's going to pop this bubble and make the change. Make that change happen. So here we've got our Four of Swords. This is kind of like that thinking, planning a new route, deciding what to do, refocusing our objectives. Again, we're helping. We want change. We're basing it off our past work. We want to get things moving, and we're working as a partnership. We are working together. Well, our bridge is the Queen of Cups. Guess what? The Queen of Cups is known as the best spouse. I'm not even kidding you. Look it up. This is the best spouse, the Queen of Cups. Now, she's also somebody, though, who has a tendency to be a bit sensitive, gets upset and emotional really easily or takes things personally when not needing to. You might think, is this you? Does this describe you? Does this describe your partner? If not, maybe that's something to watch for, a reaction of sorts, perhaps working together, maybe, feeling pity party-ish or feeling like somebody else is trying to take over or knows more than you. This is saying keep your emotions in check, that you are working together as a partnership. And again, this is the card for the best spouse. Seriously. Again, with removing that emotion, don't allow yourself to fall into that and embrace these fears or this, lack of confidence or sensitivity, whatever you want to call it. You got to avoid that by knowing about it. Now you can, and you're going to be thinking of this new way to proceed together. You don't want this to get in the way, though, because you don't want to put your own blockages in there, right? So then we've got our Empress going into our King of Cups. Now, again, if a pregnancy is kind of what you're going for, that might indicate that. Otherwise, it would indicate the growing of an idea. Our Seven of Cups is the bridge from growing this idea to our ooh la la to the Knight of Cups. That romance, that charm, that let's go get it, sweep you off your feet feeling. But we've got our Seven of Cups on top of it. The Seven of Cups talks about making sure that you are considering every option. Now, if it's a pregnancy situation, you need to make sure you know everything, what to expect. You obviously kind of connect with your doctor, your partner be with you, or you'll be with your partner, whatever the situation is. You have to, it's a scary time. It's a scary time. But by acting, by taking care of each other and being that loving partner in the moment, helps to get through that and that fear of making the wrong choice. Now, if it's not a pregnancy and it's just some sort of idea or project you've been trying to grow and blossom, then this again is talking about being careful. Don't just be so swept up in the moment, like, ooh, a baby, or ooh, my trip, or ooh, our new home, or ooh, our, whatever it is you guys are trying to manifest together. You got to make sure that you don't just jump in super excited and, let's do it and let your emotions be your guide. You have to be making sure to be looking at all the different avenues, making sure you've checked in on the different routes. If it's a pregnancy, obviously that would be more health related, but also your physical world. You got to have things set up. If this is more of a project type of thing, this could mean a lot of things in terms of checking. If it's building your new home, you got a lot of stuff to look into, and you don't just want to go with the first person who says, I'll build it. And you're like, all right, I love it, I can't wait. And then you didn't check into things. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is just kind of some advice as sort of like a reminder. Make sure that you've looked into everything. This is our choices card. And typically this person doesn't want to make the wrong choice. Like, some of them are good, some of them are bad, and therefore he's like, not knowing like kind of what to choose. But this in your case, because of these two, is also saying make sure you've really kind of followed through, made sure that you know what's up. Oh yes, married couples. So let's kind of sum up. It looks like something is changing, something is coming, but you're going to be working together based off of your past experience together. I believe this to be a very joint effort. You're going to be thinking about what to do next with whatever this is that you're building. I see either a pregnancy or an idea that you guys are jointly focused on. Like, a child, you'd both obviously be involved. But this would be something else that is near and dear to you both, like planning something you've always wanted to do. Maybe you wanted to write a book together. Maybe you wanted to travel. Maybe you wanted to start your own business. It could be all of those things. And this here, I think part of this might have come off of an experience you had in the past that has kind of fueled this change or the need to change. It does look to be successful. The way you're going to keep it moving is to be by helping each other and working together. You want to watch for your emotions. You don't want to get overly sensitive about things. You don't want to derail yourself. And you're going to want to be making sure to look into all choices before you move forward. Don't just go on that emotion. We've got a lot of cups. We got a lot of love cards. And we got a lot of change. So good things are happening, my friend. All right. I'd love it if you would leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how this might apply to your situation. And of course, make sure you hit subscribe and check back frequently. I upload every day, and I do all kinds of tarot readings and some stuff with law of attraction. I've got a lot of fun stuff. So make sure you take a look around and come back and see me next time.